Afternoon, it's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Wednesday, the 10th of December 2025. This is my weekly analysis video where we have a look at some of the Forex pairs. I'm trading on the 8-hour time frame using the dollar cost averaging trading method and also the high probability trading methods from my books. So welcome everyone, thanks for watching. If you do like the video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, that's always appreciated. I hope everyone's week's going okay. It is Wednesday. The weather out here is pretty miserable. I see the Cambodia-Thailand border skirmish has started again. It's pretty full on now. I got no idea who to believe. They blame each other. You know, like as you know, I've lived in both Cambodia and Thailand over the years. Both their governments are a little bit sketchy at the best of times, especially the Cambodian one. So I don't want to criticise them too much because I plan on moving back to Cambodia eventually. But oh Jesus, yeah, like war's crap. So hopefully it can be sorted out. It's the poor old civilians on the border that are affected more than anyone else. So you know, and that's the poor parts of both countries. So it's not good at all. Anywho, let's get into it. All right, this is the 8-hour chart. So the local time right now for me, I'm in Da Nang, Vietnam. It's 2:38 p.m. in the afternoon. So my last 8-hour candle was at 1 p.m. My next one's at 9 p.m. tonight. Then obviously the next one's in the morning when I wake up. It's at 5 o'clock, and I haven't been awake at 5 o'clock for the last 2 days. My sleep is way out of whack at the moment. But I don't generally get up till 6:30, so it's 6:30, 1 p.m, 9 p.m, which is easy for the 8-hour charts. Now the markets are fairly quiet at the moment. I'll just have a we'll look at the Forex factory here. This is the news for the week. This is all of my local time. As I said, I'm in Vietnam, so that's Indochina time, same as Bangkok, same as Ho Chi Minh City. So it started off it's been a busy week. Australian interest rate news here. It started on Tuesday. Wednesday, we had Canadian interest rates on Wednesday. They didn't move either, which was last night. Oh no, that's tonight, Jim. Tonight, sorry, my apologies. I've lost track of what day it is. Wednesday today. So this is tonight. Next news coming up is Canadian interest rate news. They're not expecting a rate change, so that's tonight at 9:45, but what everyone's waiting for is very early, 2 a.m. for me, and I'll probably be awake, is the federal funds rate, the US interest rate news, and they are expecting a rate cut. So it's currently at 4%. They're expecting a 0.25% rate reduction. So that's why the markets are not moving at the moment. They're waiting on this. So that's all in the early hours for me, which is less than 12 hours away. Then tomorrow we've got employment numbers out of Australia, which are big movers sometimes for the Aussie dollars Aussie pairs, and Swiss interest rate news. Not much else other than that, GDP of the UK. But yeah, that's the big one, this US interest rate news. That's right on cue. A street vendors going past with this speaker. So that's why the markets are a bit stale at the moment, a bit quiet. I just checked my candles at 1 o'clock on the 8-hour charts, and there's only one news set up, which we'll see in a minute. So let's get on to the charts. All right, this is TradingView. I do all my analysis on TradingView. I'm not a trade signal provider. Do not follow me. I'm not giving financial advice. All I'm doing is telling you what I'm trading. Do not follow me. I'll give you trade ideas. I'm not licensed to do anything like that. Trading is risky, especially trading the dollar cost averaging method. It can be risky. So this is TradingView. Now my bread and butter, I explain this every video, but I'll go over think of the high probability. If you've read any of my books, the high probability setup involves the MACD Platinum and the QMP filter dots, which is the red and blue dots on the price chart. Nothing changes. I still use these red and blue dots for my trade entries. It's just the way I manage my trades a little bit different. The only thing different is the QQE advances on the charts these days. It's not the same settings as for the QQE component of this indicator. But what I'm looking at is any time it goes below the 40 level, which is the bottom blue line, I'm looking to buy. And any time it goes above the 60 level, which is the top blue line, I'm looking to sell. My first target is the center line, the 50 level. So I'll take a sell here, took a second sell up here, and possibly, no, I wouldn't have taken that third sell, but we're already through the 50 level. So we look at closing, say, one trade, partial close another trade. That's when my trade management kicks in. Just like my high probability method, when I say took a buy in here, as soon as the MACD platinum goes through the 0 level, I'm looking to start doing some trade management, partial close, put a stop in place. So that's the gist of it. So this is my main bread and butter, the QQE. Now the MACD platinum, I still take trades. I only take trades on this if there's a valid signal that has some either divergence or a major support resistance level or round number or something like that, or I need it to hedge. So let's just run through it. So you'll see it as I go along. So if you see up here my notes, I still use the same sequence, S1, S2, that just helps me with my notes. You'll see either QQE or MP. QQE is based on a QQE sequence. Or if you see MP, MACD platinum, which is the high probability setup. So in this case, QQE S1, that's there, sell one at such and such. So this is this trade here. You can see the QQE is above the 60 level. There's actually supporting hidden bearish divergence, which I love. Took the sell. It's gone against me straight away. There's a buy signal here, which is ignored. It's not even a valid high probability setup. It's kept on going up. Second sell here. So second sell here. Now we've got hidden divergence, hidden bearish divergence, followed by regular. So that's the old 1, 2 and divergences. My break even was this yellow dash line. Look, it went through it, but because these are QQE trades, my target's this 50 level. So even though the MACD platinum went through the 0 level, I'm ignoring that. So it's gone through my break even level, which is fine, and it's bounced back up. Now we've got a blue dot on the MACD platinum below the 0 level, so that puts me in high probability type mode, even though I'm ignoring the QQE, and we've got potential hidden bullish divergence forming there. So we get a buy signal. Hopefully, if we do get one, it looks like we'll probably get one at 9 p.m. before the news. I'll take that buy. So it's a hedge, but it's also a standalone buy. I'm not too worried about these sell trades at the moment. We'll just see how it all pans out. So that's the AusCAD. We're in a sell, second sell, potentially setting up for a hedge type buy, which is a valid high probability if it price stays around the same levels there. Aussie Swiss, not much happening here, very overextended. You can see we've been above the 60 level a long time. So we're just waiting. We've got a red dot on the MACD platinum. The MACD platinum's been above the 0 level for a while, but this long, steady uptrend. So it's getting very overextended, looking to sell. When it happens, who knows? But we're in no trades at the moment. And so that'll be next trade will be a sell signal, hopefully. Aussie, New Zealand, not much happening here either. Potential divergence. Still, you can see the divergence there. We've got a red dot on the MACD platinum above the 0 level. Still no red dot on the QMP filter. So last QMP filter dot was this blue. And then MACD platinum's heading down now, but price is still heading up. So we've got the 1, 2 and divergences, but there's still no sell signal. And now the QQE's just creeping above getting close to the 60 level. We look at this yellow numbers when I put my cursor over there. So we're on the current candle, we're at 59.93, 777. So we're getting close, but nothing at the moment. Aussie, and you'll see a theme here. A lot of this is overextended, a lot of these pairs. So the Aussie USD is another one. We're in this buy from back here, trailing the stop. There's a stop up there. Big winner, that one, nice and tight. I normally trail the stop below the 20 SMA, which is the yellow dotted line. In the meantime, we broke through these highs, but we're struggling to break through cleanly. And we've got a sell trade here I took, and it's just going sideways, waiting on the news. So I can read S1's the buy, that's here. S2's the sell there. These green dash lines are big round numbers. In this case, it's a 65 cent level. So we're in a good win. If I close both trades at the moment, it'll be overall profit, which is good. But look at how far the QQE is above the 60 level. So, yeah. BTC, Bitcoin, no trades at the moment. Don't worry about that big solid yellow line. That's my break even for my daily charts on Bitcoin. So I'm just keeping an eye on that, heading towards it at the moment. But it's just been going sideways, stuck between the 80,000 level and the 100,000 level. It's just been going a little bit sideways at the moment. CAD Swiss, again, it's well above the 60 level, and you know, price a long way from the moving average, etc. So I took a sell here. You can see the QQE's been above the 50 the whole time, but this is AMP. This is based on hidden bearish divergence. Sell there, took a second sell. Again, it's gone through my break even at the time. No big deal. The MACD Platinum's gone through the zero level. But I think there's a break. Yeah, there's a break here just of the 60 level. So as soon as I get a break, even though it's an MP sequence, as soon as I get a break, then I go to look for the 50 level there, and it just came very close. And plus, it wasn't any when it did. Geez, I'm having trouble speaking. When it did come close, so it was just close to the break even. So then we suddenly got this buy signal. It's just a valid MACD Platinum buy. The MACD Platinum's just below the zero. Took the buy there. So I've already closed half the buy, trailing the stop at the moment. I could probably bring that stop up a little bit tighter. But it's probably rolling over. We've got a red dot on the MACD Platinum well above the zero, and again we're well above the 60 level. So what I'm looking for here is possibly to trail this buy trade up a little bit higher. So get some profit from the buy side, then take a third sell. And that'll bring up my break-even levels, and hopefully we'll get some cash out of that. That's CAD Swiss. Ethereum, ETH, USD, in no trades at the moment. Just got my trend lines drawn. We're sort of stuck in no man's land. I tend not to sell unless I have to on the cryptos. I'd rather just take the buys. Euro Aussie, in a sell trade back here. MP sell. Just trailing the stop down, can't lose on that. So it's all good on the sell side. I took this buy here. Now this is a QQE buy. You can see trade one, that's it. MACD Platinum below the zero level. Regular bullish divergence there. QQE below the 40 level, and it's just continued down. There was a sell, but I can't even hedge that. There's nothing. The MACD Platinum's on the wrong side of the zero level. Now we've got regular bullish divergence and potential more regular bullish divergence there. So red dot now waiting. We've got a blue dot on the MACD Platinum below the zero level, hence the grey vertical line. Now potentially waiting on a second buy signal. And as I said, a lot of these pairs are overextended. This is a long way below the 40 level. This is down, what's that? It's down in the 25 level, so that's getting extreme. Now, whether you're a big believer and overbought, oversold in the Forex markets, I don't really care, but everyone knows what the terms are, and that's the terms we use, and you know what I'm referring to. So we'll wait for a second buy here. We're going to make money on the sell and see how we go. We should be sweet there, hopefully. Euro CAD. Nothing much happening. Not much has happened on the Euro CAD for a while. It's sort of stuck in no man's land. It's been between the 60 and the 40 for a while now. You can see it's been range bound, and no real opportunities to present themselves. I don't just take the high probability setups just based on the high probability setup. As I said at the start of the video, I either use it as a hedge or some support resistance. And I may have chipped away a couple of ones here. I may have taken that sell, I don't know. And it would have been stopped out. Probably took that one there, that one. You can have a look at my spreadsheet. Talking about spreadsheets, before I forget. This is my shared spreadsheet for, you can't see it, but there's all the titles down the bottom. There's multiple sheets here. This is the 8-hour DCA. It's been brought up to date because I moved the Euro Yen to a separate spreadsheet. And it's called the 8-hour Euro Yen. The only reason I did that, I wasn't trying to remove it from this sheet. I just want to update these balance columns. So they're all up to date. So 19th of November is the last trade that's still open. The Euro Aussie is the last trade that's still open. So that's been brought up to date. I'll flick over here. All I did was change sheets. This is the Euro Yen one. So it's still there, it's just on a different sheet, that's all. I'm not running away from it. So you can read all about my trades there, too many. So we're back up to date on that spreadsheet. Took me a while, but we got there. And everyone's got access to that. All right, Euro, nothing happened on the Euro CAD. Let's have a look at Euro Swiss. What are we in here? Sell trade here. There was a QQE. It was above the 40 level. There was a buy. I'm not sure I took that. I could have taken. I don't know. I'd have to check the spreadsheet. If I did, it's all right because it would have been a winner. Then a second sell here. The QQE still hasn't got anywhere near the 50, and again we're well above the 60. Took a second sell. Took a second sell, and there's a. Hang on a sec. Yeah, it's just the Wi-Fi dropping in and out with the MT5 platforms. And I've got about, what I've got, 1, 2, 3 open at the moment. All right, so there's the second sell, and there's the break even, that yellow dashed line. So you can see that hasn't got far to go. My sequence 0.1, my second trade 0.3. And again, I'm aiming for that 50 level. I'm not too worried about the MACD Platinum, what it does. Regular bearish divergence there, you can see it. Euro Swiss. Euro Pound. Took a sell here. It was a MP sell based on hidden bearish divergence. You can see the red trend lines there. It's gone down enough to close half, put a stop in place, can't lose on that. I could probably have dragged that stop down a little bit lower on the one at the last candle, but I left it because I've got this buy on here. Took this buy. It's a QQE buy. There's regular bullish divergence marked by the green lines. Now that buy is still valid, so it's got a little bit sideways. I just drew this trend line across here to see if I can take a second buy. There's nothing convincing, and we're pretty close to the original entry, so I'm just going to leave it. I'm not worried about taking a second trade there at all. Again, my target for this is the 50 level. Don't worry about the MACD Platinum. It's because it's a QQE trade, aiming for the 50. So can't lose on the sell. Worst case scenario, it just spikes up, takes out the stop, and drops down. That's probably the worst case. Euro Yen, as you know, it's my problem pair. We're still in trades from way back whenever. I've got all these sells down here, which have caused me grief, obviously. This is the gap that still hasn't been filled from that election weekend. In the meantime, I'm just taking these trades in here. Now, I've got actually 3 buys on. 1, 2, 3. Break even for the buys there. So what I'm looking for, hopefully, is we're going back in an overbought area again. MACD Platinum through the 0 level or above the 60 level. So hopefully we'll get a sell signal here somewhere, so I can close out these buys, cash in some profit, prune some of these trades. I've got a little bit of profit there. I've got about $883 sitting there. I can prune some of these. The big problem with these is the negative swap, overnight interest rate swap fees on these sell trades, which is going to be a big issue in the long term. But I'll just keep on plodding along. Keep your eye on that spreadsheet. The dedicated spreadsheet for the Euro Yen 8 hour. We'll see if we can work my way out of it. Now, look, at the end of the day, I've got what have I got on the Just go back to the spreadsheet here. So I've got $53,000 profit on the 8-hour charts. So if I close all my trades here, I might take a $10,000 hit or something like that, but still 43,000 in front. So it's not the end of the world, but I like the personal challenge of trying to work my way out of it. And like I said many times, this is not a pair I should have been trading on the 8-hour dollar cost averaging type method. And I did make some mistakes early in the piece. There's trades I should have not taken, and there was opportunities to get out of those trades which I either missed or just whatever, for whatever reason. So I did make mistakes, and this is all. Most of this is manual trading. I do use my EA now for a few entries, but all the trades are managed manually. So Euro Yen, it's a problem pair, but it's not the end of the world. I'm just going to keep on grinding my way out of it. We'll see. We'll eventually get to a stage where it's bearable. Might take a while, but I've got plenty of time. Euro New Zealand. Now we're in a buy here. This is a QQE buy. As you can see, the QQE is below the 40 level. Took the buy. There was a sell signal. Ignore that. Just drawn this trend line. I'm more out of curiosity. Don't really need it because I've got a sell there. So next signal is going to be a buy. But we have got this regular bullish divergence now. There's a blue dot on the MACD platinum just below the 0 level, hence the grey vertical line. So looking for a second buy. Hopefully we'll get it from the 9 PM candle tonight. And it stands as in good stead potentially when the news comes out later, the US interest rate news. So it looks a bit messy at the moment, but if we get a second buy here, the overall break even will be in this area here somewhere. It's about a third of the way up, that's all. So it's not that far away. Euro USD, yeah, there we go. In this sell here, you can see it's a QQE, and it's also hidden bearish divergence, which no problems. My target's the 50 level. This is going to get a bit bouncy and a bit messy later tonight, but we'll just work our way out. You got to remember too, every time I've done back testing on historical charts, I've really got no idea what the news events were around the time, but we would have gone through interest rate news, non-farm payrolls, employment numbers, everything. Well, employment numbers is non-farm pay. So you don't know. Even if it does move a lot, who cares? So the Euro USD, we're in a sell. We're probably at the entry point at the moment. Just waiting. Pound Aussie, maybe. Yeah, minor tech issue there. Pound Aussie. Got this buy here, and it's based on hidden bullish divergence. It's a QQE trade also. S2 buy, S2 below the 40. And you can see by the green trend lines, hidden bullish divergence, followed by regular bullish divergence. So potentially the 1-2 on divergences, blue dot on the MACD platinum below the 0 level. We're still below, haven't got to the 50 level yet on the QQE. Looking for a second buy here, and we'll drive this up. Hopefully, that's the plan. Don't know what's going on with my laptop, but it's not playing the game. Pound CAD in a sell here. It was a MP sell based on regular bearish divergence. So it's just a high probability type setup. MACD platinum above the 0 level. Red QMP dot. Took it, closed half, trailing the stop, can't lose. Coming close to this support level here. Look, even if I get a buy signal at 9 PM, I don't think I'm taking this buy trade. But then again, if I'm still in this sell trade, I'm hedged, I might take it. I don't think it's come down close enough to this support level here. There's no divergence as such. I'm just trying to think. Technically, hang on a sec. There's a bit of divergence. I probably missed that. That's looking for a reason to take a buy trade here, and that might be the one. There we go. What's that look like? We could probably draw that and across there. Yeah, so there is divergence there. So there we go. If we do get a buy signal, I will take it. that is hidden bullish divergence. So I should, I'll take that every day of the week. Yeah, this Wi-Fi is dropping in and out, it's doing my head in. So pound CAD, looking for a potential buy there, sell, we can't lose, so it's all good. Pound Swiss, let's see if one actually comes up straight away. Yep, coming up. All right, took the sell here. It's a QQE S1. You can see it there, S1 sell. We're on trade 2, so there's a second sell taken in there. In the meantime, I took this first sell. The QQE didn't get to the 50 level, then a buy presented. It's a valid high probability setup, or MACD platinum setup below the 0 level. MACD platinum took the buy. So this is where the hedging comes in nice. So took the buy, it's gone up, and I've closed half, trailed the stop up. And when I took this sell here, look where I took the sell at that level, and look where I took the buy. So it was only locking in probably about 5 pips loss, so it's no dramas. You know, I could have probably just closed it on the buy signal and taken a small loss, but I like to play things out. So can't lose on this buy. Took this second sell. My break even's the yellow dash line for the sells. That's the 2 sells. Overall break even for all 3 trades is the solid yellow line. So I'm still going to aim for that 50 level on the QQE, so we'll just wait and see how we go. So we're in a pretty good position there, and the stop for the buy could probably drag up a bit at 9 o'clock. See how we go. Pound New Zealand. In a buy here, it's a QQE, a little bit of regular bullish divergence there, took the buy, and it's just gone nowhere, dropped down. This sell, it's just scratchy just above the MACD platinum 0 level. Took the sell, more of a hedge. Still, my target is the QQE to the 50 level. So we'll see how we go here. We're just sort of stuck in no man's land, locking in a loss. Overall break even's hedged, so it's a loss between the red line and the blue line at the moment. And look at this, the MACD platinum's along the 0 level and going nowhere fast. Pound USD moves similar to the Euro USD at the moment. Took this sell here. It's a QQE sell. You can see it's above the 60 level, and there's regular bearish, hidden bearish divergence there, which I love, as we all know, and followed by regular bearish divergence. So it's the old 1, 2 and divergences. Hang on a sec, let me get this right here. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's not, let me start again. Regular bearish divergence there. I'm thinking that's not it's the same. Regular bearish divergence there, followed by more regular bearish divergence. Not hidden. There's no hidden divergence there, folks. Sorry about that. Even I confused myself. So my overall break even for them is this yellow dash line, and obviously we got to it in there, and the MACD platinum's just about through the 0 level. But because they're QQE trades, I'm aiming for the 50 level. I may regret that. With the news coming out, the US interest rate news, this is one pair that will probably be affected by it. But it doesn't matter, because potentially now this is hidden, potentially setting up for hidden bullish divergence here, potentially. MACD platinum's now through the 0 level, as you can see by the green trend lines. Now, if this price drops and it drops like that, then it's no longer valid, just remove those trend lines. But in the meantime, I'll just keep them there on the chart. So my target for this, to start my trade management for the sells, is that 50 level. Just got to sit on my hands and wait patiently. New Zealand CAD, it's on the move too. In a couple of, we took a sell here. It's a QQE sell, and I think this morning we eventually got through the 50 level, came very close down here. I was getting tempted to close out, but the second sell was on this trend line break. And we're at this big round number, which is 80 level, 0.800, the green dash line. So it bounced up, it's come back down again. And if you look at this yellow number here, I was waiting for it to break the 50 level, so it didn't break it there. Oh, broke it there. Yeah, so wasn't there, no. There, so on this morning, closed trade 1, which is this one, and closed most of trade 2 and put a stop in place, nice and tight. We're heading towards the stop now. In the meantime, we've got potential hidden bullish divergence forming, green trend line. There's a blue dot on the MACD platinum below the 0 level, so looking to buy hopefully. Can't lose on the sell side, looking to buy now. New Zealand Swiss, gonna sell here. Big one QQE. Now we've got this big regular bearish divergence heading up. Ignore the buy. It's not, I can't do anything with that buy. Look for potential sell. Red dot, MACD platinum above the 0 level. Super overextended, as you can see. Well above the 60 level. Aiming for the 50 level again. New Zealand USD. Just took a sell before on this, but we'll go back to this buy. There's a QQE buy, trailing the stop, good profit, locking in profit there. Nice and tight, stop's nice and tight now. Big regular bearish divergence, look at this. Price is just ground up. MACD Platinum's definitely gone down, that's Captain Obvious when it comes to divergences there. So I took a sell and it's going against me, but who cares? If I close both trades now, big profit. But again, I'm aiming for that 50 level. USD CAD, sell all the way up here to QQE, trailing the stop's down near this level now, probably drag that down a little bit at 9 o'clock, tighten things right up. I think with the Canadian interest rate news before the 9, I can't remember, doesn't matter. Well, let's have a look. Canadian interest rate news. No, after 9. So we'll bring that stop down at 9. Probably about here somewhere. Tighten things right up on that sell. Hopefully the buy will push through. MACD Platinum long way below the 0 level. QQE's long way below, so we're looking good there. USD Swiss franc, nothing happening. Just haven't been able to take many trades in this lately. It's nice clean moves if you just trade in the high probability method. Look at this, that's like taking candy from a baby, those trades there. Even this one here, sell, take the hedge, second sell, buy, sell, buy. USD Japanese yen. And a buy, first trade was here. It was an MP buy, but there's a divergence there obviously, hidden bullish divergence, which I took. Ignored the sell, took the second buy there, great. Up through the MACD Platinum, up through the 0 level, even the QQE then went below the 40 level, so it's a combination, 60 and the 50, the 0 level, the MACD Platinum, and the 50 level, and the QQE were broke at the same time. Closed T1 and 2/3 of T2, put a stop in place, still a full base lot in play. Generally with it, when I've still got a base lot in play, which is my original position size. If I get a red dot on the MACD Platinum, I'll close half, probably tighten up the stop a little bit. Looking for more potential buy side. So that's it. That's sorry that video dragged on a bit and a few disruptions there with background noise and stuff like that. Be careful of the news tonight, especially you day traders. Big news, like I said, Canadian interest rate news, but the whole world will be waiting on the US interest rate news and expecting a rate cut. So there will be some volatility, I'd imagine, tonight. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you for watching. If you do like the video, hit the like button and subscribe button. It's always appreciated. All right. Stay safe, people. Cheers.